Alright, so in this last statistics video, we're going to talk about stem and leaf plots. And stem and leaf plots are just another way to show information, to show a data set. And using stem and leaf plots, we can organize data, and we can also find the mean, median, mode, and range. So your goal is I can create and I can read stem and leaf plots. So let's go ahead and get started. So a stem and leaf plot is a table, and it's split into two parts. The first part is called the stem, and that is usually going to be the first digit or the first digits of a number. And then the second part of it is called the leaf, and that's going to be the last digit or the last digits of a number. And so this is what a stem and leaf plot looks like. And the actual stem and leaf plot is only the black writing here. And I'm going to use the red and the blue to explain. So over on the left, we have the stem. And so this means that the number starts with a 0, and then with the leaf, it ends with a 5. And so this number right here is simply 5. If we look down a couple of rows, this means that each one of these numbers starts with a 2, but one of them ends with an 8, one ends with a 3, and one ends with a 6, which means that those numbers are 28, 23, and 26. And then lastly, this will show here that the first digit is a 5, and then the last digits are a 5 and a 4, which means that the two numbers here are 55 and 54. So let's take a look at how to make a stem and leaf plot. So first off, I have a data set here, and just like box and whisker and just like any other type of plot that we make, we want to go ahead and put them in order from least to greatest. So we have 42. Let's see, 67, 73, 78, and then we have 82, 82, we have 84, we have 86, 91, 94, and last but not least, 99. And it's always a good idea to double check that you have the same amount of numbers in your ordered set than you did in your original data set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're good to go. All right. So the second part is to group the numbers into different frequencies using the first digits or the first digit. So here it looks like I have a 4, a 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 9. And so I'm going to use those first digits to make my stem and leaf plot. If these were 3-digit numbers, depending on what they were, which we'll look at an example later, I might want to use the first 2 digits. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw the actual stem and leaf plot. And so it looks like a T-bar. And we're going to write stem, and then we're going to write leaf. All right, so now I need to write my stems on the left-hand side of the plot. And my stems were those first digits that I went ahead and ordered. Now, it's important that you don't skip any numbers. So here I have 4 and then 6, but I want to make sure and write 5 there too. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, and then I'm going to write my leaf on the right-hand side. So let's see. For my 4s, I have 2, and that means that that number is 42. For my 5s, I have nothing, so I'm going to leave it blank. For my 6, I have 67, so I'm going to do a 7. For my 7s, I have 73 and 78, and so I'm going to do 3, 8. For my 8s, I have 82, 84, and 86. So 82, 84, and 86. And then for my 9s, I have 91, 94, and 99. So 91, 94, and 99. And that is how you construct your stem and leaf plot. Very, very basic. All right, so let's look at an example. So people from around the country were weighed after the holidays. Oh my. And so here are their weights below, and we want to create a stem and leaf plot. So for this example, you'll see that we have 3-digit numbers. And so we can go a couple different ways here. We can use the 1 as the stem, or we could use, for example, the 10 and the 11 and the 12 as a stem. Now, just by looking at the data, it looks like if I use the first 2 digits, I would only have one number after for the leaf, and so that's probably not something I want to do. However, if you did choose to do that, it's not wrong. The really great thing about stem and leaf plots is that as long as you organize them correctly and you follow the process, there's no wrong way to do it. So let's see, I have 2s and I have 1s, and I think that's how I'm going to organize it. So I'm going to do 1s and I'm going to do 2s. All right, so I have, I'm going to start with my 1 with my leaves. So I have 0, 0. I have 1, 0. I have 2, 0, 3, 0. And I have another 3, 0. I have 5, 0, 6, 0. Oops, I forgot my 5. I have 7, 0, 7, 0. And I have 9, 0. All right. And then for my 2s, I have 1, 0, 3, 0. 4, 0, 6, 0. I have 7, 0, 7, 0. 8, 0, 9, 0, 9, 0. And there we go. That's my stem and leaf plot. Okay, let's look at another example. And this time I have decimals. So subjects in a psychological study were asked to perform a certain task, and they were timed. And then this is their times. So these are all mumbo-jumboed, so I'm going to make sure that I put them in order first. So let's see. It looks like 5.8, 5.9. 6.1, 6.2, and then 6.8, and then 7.3, 7.4, 7.6, 7.7, and then 8.1, 8.1, and then 8.2, 8.8, and 9.2. All right, so with decimals, the stem and leaf is going to work the same way. We just need to make sure that we include the decimal point somewhere in there. And so it looks like since I only have 2 digits, I'm going to go ahead and just put the first digit on the left-hand side of the stem. So I'm going to start at 5.6.7.8.9. And then I'm going to go ahead and construct my leaf. And so I have 5.8. 5.9, I have 6.1, 6.2, 6.8, I have 7.3, 7.4, 7.6, 7.7, I have 8.1, 8.1, 8.2, 8.8, and then I have 9.2. And that is my stem and leaf plot. All right, so again, we have some subjects completing a psychological task, and again, we need to go ahead and create a stem and leaf plot. So let's go ahead and put these in order. So it looks like 23.25, 24.13, 24.14, 24.76, 24.81, 24.98, 25.31, 25.57, 25.89, 26.28, 26.34, and 27.09. So in this case, I'm going to choose to use 2 digits for my stem, and then the decimal point, because they repeat so much. So I have 23 point, 24 point, 25 point, 26 point, and 27 point. Okay? Now again, you could have chosen to do just the first digit, and it wouldn't have been wrong, but what would have happened is that your stem column would have been very long. So it would almost be making a lot more work for you. So I have 23.25, I have 24.13, 0.76, 0.81, and 0.98. I have 25.31, 25.57, 25.89. I have 26.28, 26.34, and I have 27.09. And it's important to write the 09 because it's 27.09, not 0.9. Okay? All right, we're going to take it up a notch and just get a little bit more complicated. So now that you know how to make a stem and leaf chart or plot, let's learn how you can interpret it and analyze it. So here I have a stem and leaf chart or stem and leaf plot with quiz scores. So I have a quiz score of 20, 24, 25, 25, 26, 28, 32, 32, 32, 36, 36, 37, and so on and so forth. And what I need to go ahead and do is determine the mean, median, mode, and range. So the first thing I'm going to do, I like to start off easy, is I'm going to start with the range. So the largest number is going to be at the bottom and all the way to the right. So it's going to be 68. And then the smallest number is going to be to the top left, and that's going to be 20. So 68 minus 20 is 48, and that's my range. Remember, my mode is the number that appears most frequently, and you should be able to pick it out fairly easily. It looks like there's 3 32s and 3 37s. So your mode is 32 and 37. All right, now let's go ahead and determine the mean. Okay, and again, you can go in any order you want. This is the order I like to go in. So I need to add up all these numbers. 20 plus 24 plus 25 plus 25 plus 26 plus 28 plus 32, 32, 32, 36, 36, 37, 37, 37, 49, 53, 54, 55, 57, 61, 62, 64, 66, and 68. And I got a total of 1,016. Now I need to count how many numbers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, don't count the stems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And I got a large decimal, and so I'm going to round, and I'm going to do 42.33. And that is my mean. Now I need to determine my median, okay? So I'm going to start crossing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, and I have 2 numbers left over, which is 37 and 37, and so my median is going to be 37. All right, let's look at another example here. So this time we have a push-up competition, and these are the number of push-ups that people were able to do. So it ranges all the way from 2 to 79. Well, and that answers the first question. What is the range? Well, my highest number is 79, and my lowest number is 0.2, which is just 2. So 79 minus 2 is going to be 77. What is my mode? Let's take a look. I do not see any number that repeats. And so in this case, we have no mode. And that's okay. It can absolutely happen. Sometimes we can have 3 or 4 modes. All right, let's go ahead and calculate the mean now. So I have 2 plus 6, 9, and then 13, 14, 15, 25, 27, 32, 35, 38, 46, 47, 49, 50, 53, 58, 60, 63, 66, 68, 70, 77, 79. And I got 1,002. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So divided by 24. And I got 41.75 as my mean. Now let's figure out my median. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, so I ended up with 46 and 47. And when you add those two up, you get 93. 93 divided by 2 is going to be 46.5. And so my median is 46.5 push-ups. All right, that is the end of stem and leaf plots. We're going to do some practice in class, and let me know if you have any questions.